Some of you might be sick of me going on and on and on about the gallbladder, right? And how important it is to us. But you'll be amazed at the amount of people that we see in clinic that have had their gallbladders removed, right? Like so many people. It's an organ that is essential for our health for multiple reasons. Now let's just talk about gallbladder. What does it stand for? Bile. So what is our gallbladder doing? Like our bladder, which holds urine, our gallbladder is holding our bile. Yes, our liver produces bile, but it's held in our gallbladder. What does bile do in our bodies? Bile in our bodies digests fats. I also like to talk about it like a magnet. So it's kind of like this river flowing through our bodies, right? And it magnetizes or pulls out all the toxins and the chemicals. So then we can eliminate them into our stools. Because what is our poo health basically? Water, fiber, and all our toxins. So that's what we're trying to eliminate when we're pooing, right? Like it's a waste. It's just the crap in our bodies, literally. So how we get that is from the bile. Us digesting the bile or the bile flowing through our bodies is what pulls on all these toxins. So if your gallbladder has been removed, how is this happening? From a very small part of our liver, but we don't have this bile on tap to be able to do this. Like that's the whole point of the gallbladder, is that it's storing the bile for when we have fat, when we're eating fat, so it can digest it and pull out the toxins. Now, a lot of you know about the fat-soluble vitamins. We talk about this in clinic. They are A, D, E, and K. So if you don't have bile happening, if you don't have a gallbladder, how are you digesting those 4 essential vitamins? Even if you're supplementing with them, how are you actually digesting them, right? Like you need fats, and you need fat digestion because they are fat-soluble. So when you've got no gallbladder, you also need to be eating fat because our steroid hormones, right, are based on good quality dietary fats. So olive oil is a really good source of fats for us, especially when we don't have a gallbladder. And any of our fish oils are really key at this point in time because we also need to bring down the inflammation in our bodies. Having no gallbladder is hugely inflammatory in our bodies. Because guess what? Now you've got this bile or this lack of fat digestion dripping into our small intestines because guess where our gallbladder is or where it should be? If you've been in clinic with the functional evaluation, you will know this test where we go up and behind your ribs, behind your liver to try and feel where your gallbladder should be. So it is on your right side, feel to the bottom of your rib cage. And if you were to press in and behind, that's where your gallbladder is. It's very little, but that's where it is. So you can now see how important it is, this little area, what this organ is actually doing. It is vital in so many ways, right? But another thing that our liver has to do every single day is clear excess hormones, especially estrogen. So if we don't have a gallbladder, how are we clearing these hormones? Are we now getting a buildup of toxic hormones in our bodies? 100%, because we're not able to eliminate them properly. So often 3 to 6 months later, after the gallbladder has been removed, people that have had their gallbladders removed end up with huge hormonal imbalances, which then puts more of a stress on their body, which then creates the adrenaline steal, which means now we're getting our hormones even more out of balance. So I suggest if you've had your gallbladder removed, you definitely want to do Dutch hormone testing to really work out what's happening with your hormones and really get concrete evidence for where they're at, because it is crucial, but it is a key part of your healing journey to really now stimulate your gallbladder production, stimulate the bile in your body. So you can do this with beetroot, obviously, lemon, olive oil, And carrot, like raw especially, really useful, very beneficial to your body. Cucumber is also very useful. The other thing is, and what we recommend in clinic, but you want to talk to a practitioner, is you want to be supplementing with ox bile, because you need this bile stimulation to be happening in your body. It is 100% crucial, and it makes such a difference. Any of our clients that come into clinic that have had their gallbladders removed, like as soon as we see that in the intake forms, that's like alarms are going off in my head, because I'm thinking, okay, inflammation, digestive inflammation, bloating, stool health, energy levels, hormones, prostaglandins, anti-inflammatory, all of these things not working properly. I'm thinking, how are they digesting their foods? How are they getting the nutrient absorption that their body needs? So now they've got malabsorption. So they're totally drained minerally, and we test them obviously in clinic, we test you, but we get you straight on a Ox Bile supplement, because it is so crucial for health and well-being and your energy and lack of inflammation, plus your hormonal health. Like, these things are key and so easy to fix when you have awareness and when you know about it. And I think that's the thing that fires me up the most, is education equals empowerment, right? Like, you can make different decisions when, for whatever reason, your gallbladder has had to be removed. Now you know how to help yourself and how crucial it is and what it's doing. The gallbladder is one of my favorite organs, to be perfectly honest. But the hormonal balance, that's really key. A lot of people aren't connecting those dots between the gallbladder and the excess estrogens in the body. So there we go. It is key. If you know anyone that doesn't have a gallbladder, you have got to talk to them about Ox Bile at once. And if you know that your gallbladder isn't functioning properly, well, heal it before it needs to be removed. Do something about it. There is no waiting for these things. You don't want to be at the bottom of the cliff. You want to be there before, well before. So if you're not digesting your fats properly, it's a cause to be concerned. So we definitely want to help you and get your gallbladder sorted as fast as possible.